Hey you! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So in my previous video, one of you beautiful people mentioned in the comments that I make a video on consistency in daily life. And so this video is going to be about just that. Speaking of which, I find it really ironic that I was not at all in the mood for making a video today, but here I am sitting in my room at 11:30 in the night, shooting content and talking about consistency. So before I jump into some practical steps that you can take in your daily life to inculcate consistency, I just wanted to talk about the mindset that is required to be consistent with whatever you're doing. And this mindset is actually where most of your work is hidden. Once you work on your mindset, once you get that mindset shift that you need, almost 80% of your work is done right there and then. The rest of the work becomes really easy to do. So let's talk about the mindset first. So when we talk about consistency, the first thing that comes to mind is that being consistent is something that we have to do daily or regularly in order to get good at something or in order to be consistent with something, right? However, this idea or this belief is not always accurate. While it is accurate that you have to put in the work regularly in order to get where you want to be, however, the daily part may not be as accurate. Let's take an example of going to the gym. So I have been going to the gym consistently for around 3.5 years now. But having said that, am I going to the gym daily? No. Am I going to the gym consistently? Yes, I am. So the point I'm trying to make is that consistent is not equal to daily. Being consistent can look like going to the gym 7 days a week or 6 days a week. However, being consistent can also look like going to the gym 4 days a week or maybe 5 days a week. Being consistent also depends on your definition of what consistent means to you. The second thing that I wanted to point out is how we are looking at consistency when it comes to the actionable part of it. When we say that we need to be consistent with something, what we're basically perceiving is that we need to take some action very regularly or daily in order to achieve something, right? However, stop looking at it that way. Stop looking at being consistent as something that you need to do. Rather, start looking at consistency as something that you need to be. Consistency is not effort. Consistency is habit. Just like brushing your teeth, you brush your teeth daily without even asking yourself why you're brushing your teeth. Because it is something that you need for a sane survival throughout the day, right? If you don't brush your teeth throughout the day, it feels so unnatural. It feels so weird if you don't brush your teeth for long, right? Taking the gym example again, going to the gym for me personally is a habit. It's equivalent to brushing my teeth daily. It's not something that I'm doing over and above of my daily tasks of survival, like brushing my teeth or eating my food or freshening up daily. Going to the gym has become a part of all of those activities in my life now. And so similarly, that thing goes for you as well. If you want to become really good at something, if you want to study daily, if you want to learn a new skill and become really good at it, you need to look at your efforts as a habit that you need to have in your daily life in order to survive and in order to thrive. Just like eating your food or brushing your teeth or sleeping for that matter. And at this point, you may ask me a question that, hey, why does it have to be a means of my survival? I mean, I am surviving just fine without doing it, right? And that counter argument is absolutely correct. Like, you don't need to study daily in order to survive. You don't need to learn that new skill daily in order to survive. I don't need to go to the gym daily in order to survive. Like, I'm doing just fine without the gym. However, this is where the success mindset comes into the picture. And success mindset is that mindset where you want to be the best version of yourself, the most successful version of yourself that you can imagine yourself to be. Not everybody has this success mindset, and that is why there are a very few people who are sitting at the top and who are successful. Success mindset comes beyond the survival mindset. Most people are living in the survival mindset where it's okay to just survive for them. And if it works for them, it works for them. But for some people who want to grow and who want to become the best version of themselves, the survival mindset is just not enough. and they need to go beyond that mindset. They need to enter the success mindset, or they need to enter the thriving mindset, where they are not just surviving but they are thriving. So while I will very well survive without the gym, but I will never be able to become the best version of myself without the gym. I will never be able to thrive without the gym. Survival is not equal to thriving. And if you are someone who is ambitious, who wants to thrive and not just survive, you need to have this success mindset. And within this success mindset, things like being consistent with your effort, it becomes your habit. It becomes a means for your survival itself. It becomes like brushing teeth. It becomes like eating your food daily. So yeah, these are some mindset shifts that you need to inculcate in order to be consistent in your daily life. Now, after we've inculcated this kind of mindset, it is very easy for us to feel burnt out after a while. And this is where most people fall off even after they have that success mindset that I talked about earlier. Sometimes when we are putting in our efforts consistently into something, we are bound to feel burnt out. We are bound to feel tired. We are bound to feel bored, for that matter. And since we become so addicted or so obsessed with putting in the efforts regularly, that we forget how to rest. Resting feels like a crime. It feels like we're slacking off from what we're supposed to do. Resting makes us feel even more anxious. It makes us feel like we're lazing around or we're not doing what we're supposed to do. I mean, I was definitely in this phase where I was feeling really burnt out, but I still couldn't stop because I was so afraid that I may slack off from my progress. But then later I realized that rest and recovery is a part of your consistency. It's a part of being consistent. It's not any different. If you want to be consistent in the long game, and when I say long game, I'm talking about your lifetime. I'm not even talking about a specific time period of 10 years or 12 years or 15 years. I'm talking about your entire lifetime till you die. So if you want to be consistent in the long game, resting and recovery becomes a part of your consistency. Without resting and recovery, you cannot be consistent in the long game. You need rest and recovery in order to be consistent. And so whenever you are resting, whenever you are trying to recover, whenever you are trying to reset yourself, look at it in a way where it's contributing to your future consistent efforts rather than taking away from your efforts right now. And you shouldn't feel guilty for resting or for recovering or for taking time to reset. Another thing, and it's a very simple thing that I wanted to talk about, and I have talked about it before as well in my previous videos, is that if you want to be consistent with something, start small. You don't have to start like really big, or you don't have to make huge commitments to yourself that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to study for 5 hours straight or 6 hours straight. Start with 5 minutes a day. Start with 10 minutes a day, so that that feeling of being burnt out, it comes very later in the future and not like right now when you've just begun with your efforts. Start small so that it does not feel like work. Start small so that you are able to build a habit out of it, so that it becomes like brushing teeth for you. And then gradually increase the intensity of your efforts. And while you're increasing the intensity of your efforts, don't forget that resting and recovery is a part of your journey of being consistent. It's nothing different than being consistent. So yeah, to summarize this video, number 1, consistency is not equal to daily, it is equal to regularly. Number 2, consistency is not something that you are supposed to do. It's something that you are supposed to be. Being consistent with your efforts is supposed to be a habit of yours, a life habit for that matter, just like brushing teeth or having your food daily. The third thing is that to be consistent, you have to get out of the survival mindset and enter the success or the thriving mindset. It is only in that mindset that you get serious enough to be consistent with your efforts. Number 4 would be that rest and recovery are a part of your journey of consistency. It's not any different from consistency. And number 5 would be starting small, very small. If that is what is needed to build a habit, and then gradually increase the intensity of your efforts while incorporating rest and recovery as a part of your effort. So yeah, that would be it for this video. Thank you so much for suggesting this wonderful topic and giving me the opportunity to share with you what I have learned about consistency. And I hope that is of help to you. Please do let me know in the comments if you feel that I missed out on anything, or if something has personally benefited you in order to become consistent with your efforts. So yeah, that is it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you watched till the end, I hope to see you soon. Till then, take care.